Court was born in Sutton Coldfield, Warwickshire. Her father, G. W. Court, was a cricketer who played for Durham CCC. She attended Boldmere School and Highclere College, and later studied drama at the Birmingham Repertory Theatre and the Alexandra Theatre. At 16, Court met film director Anthony Asquith in London. The meeting gained her a brief part in Champagne Charlie, 1944. Court won a British Critics' Award for her role as a crippled girl in Carnival, 1946. She also appeared in Holiday Camp, 1947, and Bond Street, 1948. Her first role in a fantasy film was in Ghost Ship, 1952. Devil Girl from Mars, 1954, was a low-budget film produced by the Danziger brothers. Court trained at the Rank Organization's Charm School. She wanted to act in comedy films but also continued to appear in horror films and, in 1957, had what was to become a career-defining role in the first color Hammer horror film The Curse of Frankenstein, 1957. In the 1957-58 television season, she co-starred in a CBS sitcom filmed in Britain, Dick and the Duchess, as Jane Starrett, a patrician British woman married to an insurance claims investigator, Patrick O'Neill. Court appeared in an episode of The Buccaneers in 1957 titled Gentleman Jack and the Lady. Court traveled back and forth between North America and Britain, appearing in 4 episodes of Alfred Hitchcock Presents. She had parts in A Woman of Mystery, 1958, The Man Who Could Cheat Death, 1959, an entry in the British film series The Edgar Wallace Mysteries, USA, The Edgar Wallace Mystery Theatre, The Man Who Was Nobody, 1960, and in Dr. Blood's Coffin, 1961, among others. By the early 1960s, Court was based in the USA. She featured in the Edgar Allan Poe horror films The Premature Burial, 1962, with Ray Milland, The Raven, 1963, with Peter Lorre and Boris Karloff and The Mask of the Red Death, 1964, the last 2 with Vincent Price. She appeared on occasion in the early 1960s TV anthology series, The Dick Powell Show, aka The Dick Powell Theatre. Court also appeared in episodes of several TV series, including Adventures in Paradise, Mission Impossible, Bonanza, Dr. Kildare, Danger Man, 12 O'Clock High, Burke's Law with Gene Barry, Sam Benedict starring Edmund O'Brien, Gidget with Sally Field, Macmillan and Wife with Rock Hudson, Mannix, The Wild Wild West, Thriller hosted by Boris Karloff, Rawhide, Incident of the Dowry Dundee, with Clint Eastwood, and In the Fear, the penultimate episode of the original 1959-1964 The Twilight Zone hosted by Rod Serling. Court appeared briefly in Omen 3, The Final Conflict, uncredited, 1981. In addition to acting, she studied sculpting in Italy and was a painter and sculptor. Court was married to actor Dermot Walsh from 1949 until 1963. They had a daughter, Sally Walsh, who appeared with her mother in The Curse of Frankenstein. In 1964, Court married actor and director Don Taylor, whom she met while they were shooting an episode of Alfred Hitchcock Presents. They had 2 children. They were married until Taylor's death in 1998. Court died of a heart attack at her home near Lake Tahoe, California, on April 15, 2008, aged 82. Her autobiography, Horror Queen, was released in the UK by Tomahawk Press a week after her death.